Hey everybody, and welcome to week 5. I hope you are having fun in the snow and aren't snowed in miserable. I was going to wait until class on Thursday, but given the weather, I'm not sure if we'll have class on Thursday, so I wanted to go ahead and update you on content for this week so that you can get cracking on it if you aren't already working. So I'm going to start out by going to the learning modules and heading to Module 5. And when you get to Module 5, you'll notice I added an announcement here where the Advanced Organizer is. When you are working on your Advanced Organizer for this week, and I've got mine open right here, this is a little bit shorter looking Advanced Organizer because we've talked about Word and Google Docs several times already in class and online. So I've got an article posted here for you to read that talks about using Word and Google Doc in teaching, and how you would teach and have students engaged in using Word or Google Docs. I also have some information about QR codes. More and more schools are using QR codes from first grade all the way up through high school to get students engaged. A lot of schools are using QR codes in classrooms for activities like learning centers where they're giving instructions for each center using a QR code. So you've got some articles to look at and review about QR codes and then share content. A lot of QR codes that I've made have been made in Microsoft Word, and then we upload a QR code for that Word document or Google Doc. Then I've got you looking back here, and we're talking specifically about Advanced Organizer 2. When you went through a million websites and created usernames and passwords. So what I'd like for you to do with that magic list is open up a new Google document and create a table that includes columns for the website address, how students might use the site, and how teachers might use the site. So that's 3 columns. Then you're going to fill in the content information using the 5 websites you liked the most or want to explore. And then at the bottom of that Google Doc, you're going to add a screenshot of one key feature from that website. So maybe you chose Class Dojo, and the screenshot that you're going to upload is a screenshot of the page where you can add your own icons. The reason we're doing this is twofold. One, the content is really useful and will be helpful in your live binder. But second of all, to make sure that you're really comfortable with making columns, adding screenshots, and all of that based on what type of computer you have. Then the final set of directions for this is to share with at least 3 group members and give feedback on their information. So to facilitate this last part, what I did was I went ahead and created a discussion board, and that information is right here in the learning module. So when you go to discussion board and scroll down, you're going to see 3 boards. One is a discussion board where you can add any broken links that you find. And I've asked that in that discussion board, when you go in the discussion board, that everyone has subscribed to that discussion board. I've already subscribed, so that if someone posts a comment, that you can quickly see it. I'm going to go back here. So I've got 1 for broken links, 1 for general questions, and I'd like you to subscribe to that one also. The last discussion board is for Learning Module 5. And so what you'll do is go into this Learning Module 5, and you'll create a new thread here. And then once you've created a thread, you're going to add your name. So this is going to be Dr. Clark's Google Doc. And then you will go to your Google Doc. So I'm going to head to my drive. And I'm going to choose a document. I'm going to choose a different class since I haven't made one yet for this. So this is a Chapter 1 review. And I'm going to share it. And I'm going to grab my link, copy that. And you'll notice it's already set that anybody can edit that. Done. Now I'm going to go back to my discussion board, and I'm going to say here, oops, not there, down here. Here is the link to my Google Doc. Then I'm going to paste my link and copy it. And I'm going to click on that little paper clip and paste my link back in there. I'm going to say open it in a new window and insert, and that way it's now a live link. And then I'm going to click submit. So now everybody can see Dr. Clark's Google Doc. I'd like you to include your name here. That helps people out when they're replying to you. And this week you're responsible for just uploading that initial Google Doc. Next week, I'd like you to go back in and look at least 4 of your peers' Google Docs and then share with them, hey, I loved ClassDojo also, or I didn't choose QR codes. I think what you posted is really helpful. So you're going to post some replies to your peers. Okay, so that's discussion board. I'm headed back to the learning module. I'm going to head back to 5. And here you'll see I also have a mini assignment, and this one is just another chance to practice and upload information to your live binder. So in this one, I'd like you to take any of your data catchers, and I would personally recommend Data Catcher 2 that has all the website information that you've got, and then upload that to a Google Docs. So you simply go into your Advanced Organizer, select everything, and copy it like I just did. Now I'm going to go back to Google Docs. I'm going to create a new document. Dun, 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 dun. And I'm going to go into this one that's totally blank. Alrighty. Here I am going to paste my Google Doc. I'm going to save it as SED. Oh, it's not SED, it's EDF 204 Advanced Organizer 5. Okay, I'm going to share it. I'm going to say get a shareable link. And anybody who has my link, I want them to be able to view it, but I don't want them to be able to change it. So I like that setting. So I'm going to copy that link and say done. Then I'm going to go to my live binder, and here's my EDF 204 binder. I'm going to edit the binder. And I said you could choose whichever tab you want to include your content. And since the content that you will probably copy will have to do with teaching, I'm going to click on teaching. Although I could just as easily choose communication, I could choose class management, I could even choose to add a new tab. And you know what? I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to add a tab, and I'm going to make my new tab, oops, plus a tab. New tab is going to be technology, but only if I spell it right? Technology, there we go. And then I am going to insert a URL here, and I'm going to say insert that link. And there it is, ready for me to look at. And remember that if I wanted to type in information, or if I wanted to add something different, you can always choose from these options here under the Add Content tab. If I want to add a YouTube video, a Dropbox document, a QR code, which you're working on this week, anything I'd like to add, there's choices here. All right, so I've got my Advanced Organizer added under Technology. I found a typo over here in my class management, so I'm going to go fix that, and then I'm going to say save my changes, save, and my binder has been saved. I am good to go. Now I'm going to go back here. So I've done my Google Doc Live Binder upload. I've worked on my Advanced Organizer, and I've gone to Discussion Board and created my initial post. So I have completed all of my tasks for the week. If you have any questions about QR codes, about the websites, or about using Microsoft Word and Google Docs, please let me know. Otherwise, I will see you in class or talk to you through announcements.